Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video, what I got going on for you guys, I'm going to be discussing two sneakers I think could be a good hold. I know, we're discussing more shoes to hold, but I think actually right now is a good time to buy a lot of shoes. I think certain ones are better buys than others. I've been discussing that in a recent video, and actually, in particular in this video, I want to discuss one pair of baby shoes I think is a really good hold. Not this exact one I got here in my hand, so I'm going to be making a slight comparison, and hopefully that'll be understandable. I'm not using my computer screen recording since my computer was giving me issues. It was being too noisy right now, so I just moved it over so y'all don't hear that. I don't know why the fan is going crazy on it, but yeah, if y'all want to check my Instagrams, any of that down below, don't forget y'all can check out my military blue giveaway. If y'all want to just go to my pinned reels right there, enter on that. Don't miss out on your opportunity to potentially win a free pair there, and I'm always buying, selling, trading there, so just hit me up. And yeah, that's really all I need to mention about my Instagrams. Again, subscribe and like for more content like this. Trying to 200 likes on the video. Just lets me know these are the types of videos y'all want more of. It's as simple as that. And yeah, we're going to get into a couple options I think are some, good buys right now. Because I think, again, it's a good chance to buy a lot of shoes. But some are better buys than others. Again, like some of these pairs that, I've discussed in the past, they're mainly long-term holds of these. I think some of them could make quicker progress. But why don't we just dive into it. Again, I'm using my phone screen recording right here because my computer was giving me issues. So we just got that up. And the first hold I want to discuss right here is going to be the Jumpman Jacks in men's sizes. Now, as you guys can see, my resale prediction was between $500 to $700. I feel like I got that pretty accurate. Ended up being a little bit lower, around $650, but I expect by tomorrow we'll probably see these closer to $500 to $700, considering they only did 13K pairs, considering already 750 have sold of the 13K that dropped on sneakers within the last 3 days, even though all of those 750 probably aren't directly from sneakers, so you just kind of got to think about that. There isn't, one of the main things I want to mention about the Jumpman Jacks is that there isn't 13,000 pairs. There is a little bit more than that, because keep in mind, they did send these some retailers to raffle them off. There was some back doors. Not all of the pairs that were supposed to hit sneakers loaded on there, so, it's like, where did those remaining pairs go? There is a little bit more stock for the Jumpman Jacks than I think, is being, said publicly, right? But 13K did drop on sneakers. That is a fact. That is true. It's like 13,020 pairs, like 13,100 pairs, so really nothing. But yeah, I do think the Jumpman Jack men's will be a good hold just for the simple fact that they didn't make enough of them. Not a lot of people really got them. So I mean, if you happen to get lucky enough today and hit these for retail, number one piece of advice I'm going to give. I did this with my Travis Scott fragments, and I recommend you do it with these because these are even more limited than those. Just keep them for a couple months, because I mean, over the next couple weeks the prices are going to be going up and down and kind of bouncing all over the place. So I would just wait until there's less pairs available on the market a couple months down the line, to where you're kind of maybe one of the only ones that's actually setting the market. This happens with some sneakers, and I could totally see it happening with these in like a 8 months, 10, like further down the line, more or less like a year or two, when there's just nobody with these, and then you're one of the only people with a brand new pair, so you can kind of decide the price on your own. Happens with shoes. Not super frequently, but it does. So that's one of the main things I could see happening with the Jumpman Jacks if you held these long term, but that's if you really got some time in your hands. I do see these making some short-term progress, though. Within the next 6 months, they'll probably be slowly rising, but not going up, super fast. Because there's still people with 10 pairs, 20 pairs. Like, there is bulk sellers with these. Like, I've been trying to connect with multiple of them, before this release. But some of that worked, some of that didn't work out. But I did get a couple pairs, so I don't have any complaints. I hit a baby size today, so I'll take that. And that's actually the next thing that we're going to be diving into about the Travis Scott Jumpman Jack. So let me show you all the baby sizes right here. So the main comparison I wanted to give y'all remember the Powerpuff baby sizes when we were discussing those as being a good hold and how much progress those made on consignment. I mean, consistently selling at $250, $275 now in some of those really hard to find sizes. Some are up there at pushing to $300, $400 even, just because again, there's none of them really available for a good price. In the U.S. at least. You got to go source it from somewhere else, bring it into the U.S., and then consign it to make it like a decent profit on them. But there still is some, Powerpuff baby shoes, like for example, these Blossom toddler ones I got right here. The preschool ones have ended up being good bets also, and you could definitely look at the preschool Jumpman Jacks as a decent bet as well, because again, there's none of them. There's no more than a few thousand of the preschool ones, and the toddler ones that you see on my screen right here, on my screen record, there is literally, I'm not making this up. There was 960 pairs or something like that dropped this morning, 961 of the shoe that Nike loaded, took the time to make, right? Loaded on their site. and they did 961 pairs. There is none of these. So I'm absolutely going out the way, getting a couple of these toddler shoes just to put away, forget about for a couple months, and then I'm going to set the market on my own. Because if there's just, there will be demand for them. I know that might be surprising. There's people that actually buy baby shoes up. I mean, I've sold plenty of the Powerpuffs. I'm still buying them to this day. So let that say enough. But aside from that, here are the current prices on them. I was lucky enough to hit a 6C. Again, not for sale right now. You can see, but some of these other sizes are already going for. So, I mean, again, because they literally dropped none of them. So there's people setting the market at, like $400 something. Obviously, these have not sold yet because that is an insane, holy crap, at $340. You are wilding. But yeah, that's what we're going to see the market head to over the next couple months. That is my prediction, just because, again, they didn't make any of these. There's going to be hundreds of these selling on StockX, but there's literally 900 pairs available. Let that say enough. So that's what I can mention about, the toddler sizes and the Jumpman Jacks. Amazing hold in my opinion. I'm definitely buying a few, putting these away. Probably one of my favorite holds right now, just considering that they literally, Nike took like 900 pairs. 900 pairs. Bro, like, it's going to take no time for these to rise. Literally nobody has them. And I cannot believe I got lucky enough to hit one for retail. I'm not trying to like float my own boat or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I seriously agree that these will end up being a good bet just because they didn't make a lot of them. And there isn't really many places to even buy them right now. But I think probably now is probably the best opportunity to go out the way and get these. So I'm going to, be looking up for these, over the next couple weeks. Because once we start getting out there, the further and further we get from the release, the harder and harder these are going to be to find. One of the main points I want to stress. But aside from discussing the Jumpman Jacks, hopefully you guys understand my point. Of course, these are a hold. Men's, preschool, toddler. They just didn't release any to the public. So, I mean, the only way you're able to get them is through the back door. And that's going to cause prices to go up, but it's not like there's a huge backdoor for these. Like, look at how a lot of Travis shoes end up aging. They end up being really hard to find a few years down the line and go for big money. Even like the Travis Air Forces, I got those for like $300 back in the day. Now those are like $1,000. What? You know what I mean? So it's stuff like that. Just patience is absolutely going to be your friend with a release like this. It will make you more money. So if that's what you're interested in, you know what I mean? Not everybody's interested in that. Some people just want to know when's the best time to buy a sneaker, which I fully understand. Which one sneaker I think is a really good, one to buy right now would be the Italian Camo Kobe 6s. I discussed these recently. I was totally, I admitted I was wrong about these. I thought, they were going to be one of the ones people slept on a little bit more. They'd probably go for about the same as the Venice Beaches. They probably would make a lot of them also. And, turns out they made 180,000 of the Venice Beaches. And then, around 48,000 of the Italian Camos. I think it was 48,000 or 50,000. So literally, they did like less than a third of the Italian Camo stock-wise. So considering that, and they did even less of the Phillies, so just kind of look at, the Phillies are pretty popular. Italian Camos are even more popular than those. Venice Beaches are like right under the Phillies. So that's kind of, where you see them all priced. It's like, it's Venice Beach because they had the most stock, then the Philly because, they had the Phillies had the least stock, then the Italian Camo had the second least, but it was probably the more popular one, which I didn't expect that. It's a great sneaker. I've seen it in hand. I'm a big fan. But let's be real. The public wasn't being honest. A lot of us weren't being honest with ourselves. We liked these more than we were saying. And I mean, look at the current prices. I mean, these are going for the exact same prices they were being backdoored before the drop. 12, 13, like all these were going for around 400, 450 through the backdoor before the release, and now they're going for those same prices right now. So it's almost like they didn't even drop them. The demand took over. You know what I mean? It's like people are just willing to pay, higher prices for them right now. So that's what it is with the Italian Camos. Now, one main thing I want to mention about these is these have not actually been going up in price. They've kind of settled, started, being around, I'd say, the $380, $360 range is where most of the sizes are floating. So you can see a lot of the sales are in between that right now. Some are, above 400, like some of the really big sizes, actual Hooper sizes, 14, 15, 13. Those ones are up there because, again, Nike doesn't make a lot of those. Like, it's funny that, Nike made this promise of, we're going to produce more stock in Kobe's this year, and a lot of them have been really limited. Wonder if they're going to do that with the Mambasitas tomorrow. But hey, that's for a different video, right? We'll see. That might be a video coming up, but depends if you guys want it. If you want something on that, let me know, discussing why Nike doesn't do a lot of pairs. I'll address it. I'll let y'all know. I'll blow the lid off that because it ain't gonna hurt me. But I feel like everybody knows the answer. That's why I haven't made a video on it. It's like obvious as hell. Just to sell more shoes. But aside from that, that's what I can mention about the Italian Camos and Jumpman Jacks. You better buy some of those toddler sizes. I already hit one for retail today, so I don't need to go out the way and get any more. But I am because dude, not 960 pairs for a whole U.S. release. 300 million people plus in the U.S. and you drop 900 pairs. I'm holding. So that's what I'll say. I'm going to end my screen recording right there. Again, y'all can check me out on my Instagram, and that'll pop out in the screen. So don't forget, you guys can go to my pin reel. Enter from that Military Blue giveaway if you want a chance to win a free pair. You just got, tag 2 friends. It's very simple instructions, like the post, tag 2 friends. That's pretty much it. You can share it in a story for an extra entry, or show me you're subscribed, and that's an extra entry too. But yeah, it's as simple as that. Let me know what y'all think about these holds. Do you think they're whack? Do you think they're good? Let me know in the comments. That's really all I need to say. And yeah, I see some very big similarities to the Powerpuff Baby shoes, and they did literally so the Powerpuff Baby shoes, keep in mind, had around 5,000 pairs, right? And those are going for $250, $275 right now. Originally went for $130, $150. Jumpman Jack toddlers are at $140, $160 right now. They did 900 pairs of them. Where are those going to head to in the next couple months? Hey, that's all I'm going to say. But I'll leave you. I'll catch you on the next one. We got another video coming tomorrow. We've been posting every day, so I will not miss out on that. And see you guys then. Don't miss out. All right. Peace.